Welcome back everybody to Force Hobbies. How's everybody doing? Thanks all for watching, and if you like the video, like and sub. This is my own personal review here of the Traxxas Stand. I know this came out like maybe 8 months ago or something like that. I saw a couple of videos on it. Just figured I'd give you my my opinion on it, if I like it or not. I took it out of the box already. I did already a video, and my GoPro chip got corrupt, and I lost the whole footage. It was like a 8 or 9 minute video. I tried to upload it to my computer, and I think I swapped out the SD cards while the USB drive was in there, and I filed corruption. And the GoPro said the same thing too, filed corrupt. Must format. So force format, and now I'm back to square one with the stand. So this stand here is it comes in a 1/8 scale, 2 for 1/10 scale, 1/8 scale, and it comes with the X Max. This is the pretty much the largest scale one. This is the Lumen X Truck stand. X Truck. So if you have a X Max or XRT, this is the stand you need over here. If you have more larger vehicles, 1/8 scale or higher, then I recommend you get the larger stand. The other stand is about 6 inches across. This one's 8.5 inch from the diameter here. Yeah, it's so this one is 8.5 inches wide. So it's a wider stand. I believe the smaller one is like 6 inches across. So I have more big cars. I have big trucks. I have the XRT. I mean I'm sorry, Creighton XL. This needs a control on, so I'm gonna use my stand for it just now. Creighton XL, 1/8 scale. And I got these two big rigs over here. This is my Creighton 8S EXP and the Outcast EXP over here. So these two rigs here, I have a little bit. I like the big rigs, big bashers. I'm more into that. Probably gonna get maybe a small one too. But this will fit though. You guys have a Vortex 3S or Big Rock 3S. You have some the armor cars. We're gonna see. I'm gonna show you guys how they fit on here and what surface contact this stand gives you on the 1/8 scale armors, or even the 1/10 scale armor. I have a Creighton chassis as well. I have a Creighton 6S chassis and a Outcast 6S chassis, and I'm gonna show you how they fit in here. They fit very nice. I've done it before. I always wanted to say, let's roll that intro. Really just say other through side. Just needs a line align the post with the hole. So you can line there's a little tab over here. You can line it with this tab over here. Line this up here. I like doing it like this and lock it in place. And you have this tab up here. So I have it at 12 o'clock. Kind of just lay it all down like that. And you have the tab that sits in there nice and snug. So the plastic little tab is in there. And then you're just going to put in the screws. Very easy. This comes with 3 screws. Not too hard. You could use a drill to get it started, and you just pop these in here, make them nice and snug. This is a little bit loose, though. It does give a little bit of play, so I think you don't like damage anything. So that it is just naturally a little bit like there's a slight wobble to it when you install everything. So I don't recommend putting these screws in too tight. You know what I'm saying? Don't screw her in too tight, if you know what I mean. There you go. Should be enough. Yeah, see that? So you have a little bit of wobble, which is okay. That's what the ball thing. And look at this. Look at this nice turn it does. I mean, this spins so smooth. Is it worth 60 bucks? You know, I think they're priced around 50 for this one. Should be 50 and 30 for the smaller one. I think would have been a lot better for a stupid little car stand. You know. See this over here? How nice that is. And you can spin it. You can just lock it in place. And look at that, boom, 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 boom. And see, it does that. It's a natural little flex to it. But the ball bearing's in there. It's double ball bearing. And I tell you, man, I mean, this thing is really, really cool. Look at that thing. Yeah, free rotates, locks in place, 16 different positions. Dual ball bearing pivot for smooth rotation. Oh, I gotta say, guys, it is smooth. It is smooth, and it has non-slip foam pads. So non-slip foam pads on top, and you got the ones at the bottom as well. So a lot of the cheap Chinese ones for $20 on Amazon. They don't just give you those, they give you very cheap foam pads, and it moves around a lot. Check this out. When you put this car in here, look at this. You want to move it, look at that. Doesn't even move. Barely moves a little bit. Once you start putting the weight on there, it grabs it. And look at that. This is the Mojave chassis. and this fits on here perfectly. The contact area on this, as you can see there, it's the whole chassis being contacted from the bottom. Look at that, the whole chassis. See that? One here, one there, on all four corners. Very, very nice. You have a lot of, and when you put it in place here, you can just rotate it nice. Look at this thing. Let's see. Move it out a little bit. Just do some rotations on it. Look at that thing. That thing can spin like that all day, freely. Look at that. She can spin like that all day. And you lock it in place. Boom, boom. And look at that. You can do your work. Barely no movement. All right, here is my Outcast 6S chassis. As you guys see, oh my God. She was a screamer, this car here, when I rebuilt it. This is the original chassis for my Outcast 6S. And you can see over here, the surface contact is pretty good. You're gonna have your rest of your car, of course, intact, but the large X-Max stand, the X stand, fits all the Armor 6S cars. Here we go here. It's a little bit too big, but it's still, you can fit your rig on here. You can turn it around. You know, it's lock her in place. And this is my Kraton 6S stand. Very nice here. Fits perfectly. This does have the battery tray intact. Lock it in place and does not move. Very, very nice stand here. So there you have it. So you guys have any, you know, Armor's 1/8 scale cars, and you have some big rigs, this X stand is perfect for everything pretty much, you know, and you're gonna have a lot of room to work on your cars. Now I'm gonna go ahead and get my big rig. I'm gonna get the K8, mate. Here I got my Outcast 8S here, new body, basher body. Gonna use this thing soon. Here's the K8, my Kraton 8S EXP. As you see here, you can tell it's kind of being levitated off the ground by my display stand I got. I'm gonna show you guys also a nice display stand real quick. If you guys want to store your cars just off the ground, make it all nicey nice instead of spending a little bit. Let's take this guy off here. This over here is a nice eBay stand here that I got. I'm gonna show you where I bought it from, what store. And it's actually really nice. You can adjust the height just back here like so. You can adjust how high you want it, how low you want it, and all that kind of good stuff, and it works. So remember, this is a display stand, not a RC stand, not a workstation stand. So it does slide around a little bit like that very easily, and you can't rotate the car. You can do a little bit of work on here, but you know, the display stand, this is a display stand only. It does sit here nice. So for most RC cars, 1/5 scale, 1/8 scale, 1/10 scale, and it's yeah, it's a nice stand. This guy right here, an eBay store. I believe his name is JJ78RC. There you go, right over here. He sells them. He's in Sugar Land, Texas, I believe. 778 JJ78RC, and they're like $24 plus $10 shipping. They're great stands, and so I got one. I really like it. My car, the K8's a little bit newer, so I like leaving her off the suspension when I'm storing it. So it sits nice here. Let's put her on that Traxxas stand and see how she looks like. Wow. I gotta start working out. Let me show you here the full motion of me putting this on. So here's the stand right there. Let's put her on. Look at that. This does not move anywhere when you put this thing on. I had it locked in place. This does not move at all. Very, very sturdy. Very nice. Nice rotation here. Can I get a nice rotation here? I sure can. All right. Now, the surface contact of this, it's perfect. Absolutely perfect. I checked, you guys, you can check it out over here underneath real quick. You got this is the front of the car. This is the back of it. So the Armors have nice flat chassis to work with. So this stand is a perfect stand for all the Armors with a nice flat aluminum chassis. And you got the 3S ones as well. I'll show you my Vortex real quick. I'm gonna put that on there. You can fit pretty much anything on this thing, you know. I know the Traxxas UDR's got those weird, you know, not flat chassis with the suspension and like half chassis and half like no chassis, so it's kind of hard for it to stay in here. But the Armors, the 5th scale stuff, they have all these big flat chassis, super silver level. Everything is all nice in place here. It's very well balanced. Then again, you can just unhook that, you can just rotate it however you want, and it is really, really fantastic. Great stand. I love it. Lock it in place. When you lock it in place, the lever is going to clip on one of the teeth there, 16 different positions. So you just kind of clip it softly and then hook it up. and then you can work in your car. You can unclip it. Oh, let me fix the rear end. Done with the front. Boom, do that. Little slot in place, and the ball bearings mechanism is now locked. The rubber pads on there are fantastic. You want to go get those cheap hobby park stuff on eBay for like 15, 20 bucks. I got 2 of those already, and they both broke. The grip screw on top, yep, it snapped. I even put a 2.5 on there. When I try to loosen it, when I try to tighten it up, I just snapped the damn thing off. It happened to me 2 times. So I'm done with that cheap stuff, you know? You want to spend 60 bucks? Are they worth it? I think it's worth it. You pay for the name more or less, you know, but hey, you know, you're getting a Traxxas made product here for your RC car. Took them like 30 years to make one since it came out in the 80s, Traxxas. So, I mean, did I have to do it? Probably not really. But if you break, at least it has a ball bearing system too. You can always replace parts on these stands too. You don't have to buy another one, spend 60 bucks. Spend $10, $15 on parts if you happen to break them. Here's my Vortex right here. This Vortex or Big Rock or whatever you guys have, Sentin, Typhon, they will all fit. Look at that. Fits on here perfectly. The chassis is a little small, but listen, the stand does not come in contact with the rear control arms here. So you still have a little bit of space here. Even if you do, you can move it a little bit forward. Look at that. You can have the control arm laying on there, and you can really work on your rig just like that. If you have no tires in the back, you have the weight, you can distribute the weight yourself. This thing just fits in there perfectly, no matter how. So it's very, very nice. You guys can just check it out there, a little close up there. The chassis does reach. You can even move it forward more, work on the front end like that. You can have the low control arms on the actual, this thing. Look at that, you can do all the work you can. So this thing fits 1/10 scale stuff too, guys. Spend the extra 20 bucks and get the larger one. That's what I recommend. If you guys have the, you have like 1/12 scale cars, smaller cars, and get the small stand. 1/10 scale, 1/8 scale. Most of these are cars. You know, you can get the small one too. But I hope this video was informative. If you're on the fence of buying one, now you can just go buy one. Force got one here. You know, this channel here, I buy the products here that I use. I don't just kind of buy stuff and review it and then send it back. You know me. You know, I just buy it for myself. It's my hobby. So whatever I buy, I like to share my opinion, share my thoughts on stuff. And the Traxxas stand, I love it. Big fan of it. I'm gonna, you know, use it hopefully for many years to come. Thanks all for watching, guys. Like and sub. Force out. Let's get some wrenching done now.